Hey, wait. Before you skip ahead, just to let you know, you can actually watch the full version of this on our Patreon, and you can actually watch next week's episode a full week in advance. I mean, it's very easy. I mean, right down there in the description, or right up here in the corner. Feel free to give it a click, and we'll see you there.
So I was hoping, I was hoping, so I wouldn't have to break your nose. It's my favorite part of that movie.
Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. I was. Yeah, it was when he was outside of the outside of that one like former slave owners party, and he gets inside and he's like the brash Negro cowboy. I remember like him and friggin' Chris Klein, I forget his, Artemis. Him and Artemis were on the train talking about what they're going to do to like blend in. He's like, I know. I'll go as a saloon girl, and you go as like you can go as this. He's like, how about I go as the cowboy Jim West who's going to shoot Dr. Lovelace in the head? Like a Negro cowboy at a former slave owner's banquet will be the belle of the ball. He's not wrong. And then, of course, there was the whole, feeling the breast scene. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, no, I remember. It was a weird movie.
He's like...
It was a weird movie.
He's like, don't squeeze it so hard. You're going to shift all the buckwheat. Buckwheat? That's your problem right there. And then...
Yeah, he fills it with water. And,
Fills it with water, he's like...
I'll touch my breast. Yeah.
He's like, oh my, so soft. Now that's what a breast is supposed to feel like. Now feel yours. Oh my God, I'm hard. And meanwhile, the conductor's just listening to this the whole time, just like...
That was a weird movie.
Oh, yeah. By the way, for those of you who do not know what we're talking about the movie Wild Wild West. The Will Smith movie, which featured
Are you sure I'm going to leave this in?
Yes. I don't know.
It's completely irrelevant to anything ever.
Wild Wild Pussycats, dude. Come on. That's the reference. All right, I'll restart it.
Well, let's just go. I mean...
Okay, fine.
Something.
So, Wild Wild Pussycats is the name of this episode, and we figured, hey, we talk about Wild Wild West, the Will Smith movie that honestly shouldn't exist but does, and I enjoy the fact that it exists. Although I feel like I'm dumber.
The movie he turned down a role in The Matrix for.
Oh my God, you're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Wow, turned down the role of Neo.
Life is weird, huh?
Yeah, and not only that, did you know that the whole story about Kevin Smith? He worked with the producer of the film, John Peters, on the Superman movie,
Yep.
and the guy wanted a giant spider fight, and he finally got the giant spider fight, but it was in Wild Wild West.
It was a Thanagarian snare beast.
Yes. Holy crap.
Yep.
It brings back the memories. And then, Kevin Smith said he was sitting there watching it, and he's like, oh, this is complete shit. And then he goes to the canyon, and all of a sudden, it's a giant fucking spider. And then, Kev's like, he got his giant spider. I'm so happy for him.
Man wants a giant spider. Gonna get him a giant spider.
Yeah, indeed. And I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy that that movie exists. Although I can safely say I am dumber because of that movie. So My Hero Academia is we're in full stride now on season 3. We're in episode 2, and the title of this episode is Wild Wild Pussycats, which is the whole reason why we were talking about Wild Wild West. And Nick also did not get as much sleep last night, so if he appears to be a bit, off kilter, that's the reason why. So we're going to try and take this as quickly as possible. So, yeah.
I tried to sleep. It's just hard to sleep when you can't fucking breathe.
Well, it's the whole thing where his inhaler is not functioning properly.
Would it help if I got like a really big straw? We like put it in your mouth and I just like...
That's not how that works, man.
I don't think that would be comfortable.
Or you could give him a full tracheotomy.
I'm just saying, like,
Just like squeeze the tube in there and
Just like
all of a sudden you hear.
crouch beside your bed like a little gremlin. My straw.
Just running.
It'd be like a fun, like
running down in the
wacky
morning.
straw. You know?
Well, see, the thing is, when you blow out, that's mostly carbon dioxide. So I don't know.
No,
If that
there's
would
a bit
work
of oxygen
well or
there.
But not enough for like a human body to sustain itself with for an extended
for like
period.
8 hours of sleep.
I mean, have you ever tried it? Do you know?
No, and I don't want to find out.
Maybe I have highly oxygenated exhalation.
Either that or you're just Jesus Christ and you're going to heal him every time he
no.
dies, or just
Oh,
resurrect him every time he
no.
dies. It'll be like that one short off of Mad TV when the Terminator kept killing Judas, and Jesus is just like, stop! Stop killing Judas! But he's going to kill you. I know! I have to bring him back! Ah! And then the Terminator's just like, I cannot allow this. Boom! Keeps killing Judas.
Totally missed that one.
Oh, dude, it's one of the greatest Mad TV skits of all time. It's hands down one of my favorites. All right, well, anyway, enough of the off-topic stuff. Let's get on to this. This is My Hero Academia, Season 3, Episode 2, Wild Wild Pussycats. Here we go.
Beneath our flashy superhero society lurks a dark underworld. Every time we've driven the villains back, they've retreated to the safety of the shadows.
And they killed Jeffrey Epstein.
Waiting for the perfect time to strike.
I heard back from the union today. You can expect a delivery tomorrow. It was thrown together quickly, so it might not look like much, but quality is guaranteed.
I must apologize for making such an unreasonable request.
The board is set with my pawns and their prey. Finally, time for the real game to begin.
At this camp, we'll push you to go beyond your limits. You're aiming to become plus ultra.
Yes, sir!
I heard some of Class A is taking extra courses. Does that mean they actually failed the final exam? That must be so embarrassing, especially since you're supposed to be so much better than my class.
Hey, Fisty.
You must be wallowing in shame.
Thank you.
Time to get on the bus. Okay.
Can we just keep a constant, just like...
Class A and Class B? It's like a buffet of bombshells.
Dude, get yourself together.
The bus is here. Everyone line up in seating order.
It's always at the hands.
Hey, racer.
Long time no see.
Your feline fantasies are here. You can call us the Wild Pussycats.
These are the pro heroes you'll be working with at the summer training camp.
They're a 4-person hero team who specialize in mountain rescue. This marks their 12th year working as a...
I'm pretty sure your math must be off. I'm 18 at heart.
Understood.
That's so sad.
The summer camp you're staying at is there, at the base of the mountain.
That's far.
Then why did we stop all the way up here instead?
I'm afraid we both know the answer to that.
You should have guessed, students. The training camp has already begun.
Oh!
They must be controlling the ground.
You can use your quirks as much as you want to. You've got 3 full hours. You'll be able to make it to the facility in that time.
Too bad they're all dead from falling off a cliff already.
Yeah.
Now to find a secluding...
Where the heck is Bakugo in all this?
I don't know. Oh, God.
hell.
Is that a golem?
Calm yourself, my giant friend. You don't want to hurt them.
Coda's power lets him control animals. But is this one immune?
I don't think it's an animal.
Dark Cloud. Pixie Bob's quirk.
It's what?
Pixie Bob's
I
quirk.
think you've got them on a pretty crazy
Oh, okay.
It's made of
We're
dirt.
hoping to.
There he is.
You guys took that beast down in seconds.
It was awesome.
I'm relieved. And I relieved all over my thumb.
Showed that thing loose, boss. We're not done.
Let's go, Class A.
I got this one.
Bonjour.
1.3 million
Wall like birds in the forest! Remove this evil beast and restore peace in its world! How pointless to want to be a hero. I thought it would take you kids even longer, but you did much better against my dirt monsters than I thought you would. You guys were seriously great. Especially the four of you! It seems like you've had quite a bit of experience.
It's gotten worse lately. She's at the age to take a mate.
Speaking of people's ages,
Choose your words carefully, boy.
I've just been wondering since we got here earlier. Who is that kid? What's he doing here?
My cousin's son who lives with us now. Don't be shy, Kota.
It's nice to meet you.
Oh! You little dick!
You fiend of a child!
That delivery was so good.
Good on Ida for sticking up for his bro. You fiend of a child!
Okay, I gotta see that again.
High school hero course. It's nice to meet you.
Oh.
What a low blow! You fiend of a child! This problem is unforgivable!
Last thing I want is to hang with some wannabe heroes.
That brat's got spunk.
Oh, shut up,
What are you
Bakugan.
talking about? You can just shut your mouth before I blast you all the way to hell!
Yeah, sure. Enough playing around.
Just one little wall, a few pieces of wood, and heaven's waiting on the other side.
You're to stop this at once, Mineta! What you're doing is demeaning!
Now I know why I have this quirk. It's because walls are meant to be climbed.
No! Somebody stop
You
it.
delirious little bastard.
Before you become a hero, you should learn how to be a good human.
Oh,
He didn't deserve that.
no!
Damn.
He got a peek at heaven.
There's a lot more than I expected him to show.
We might have to censor a little bit of that.
Suppose that's the danger of teaching kids your age.
Well, anyway, I'm just glad he's all right.
You
You
we
must
didn't
have
put
been
anything
fast
on.
to catch him. If he'd had a normal childhood, maybe he would have admired heroes like you did growing up.
What happened?
It was Mandalay's cousins. Kota's parents, that is. They were heroes too.
They were killed while protecting citizens. Perhaps the most respectable way for any hero to die. How do you even begin to explain to a child that his parents died honorable deaths? They were his entire world, everything. But to him, his parents had left him behind. Heroes just don't make any sense to Kota. After all, if his parents hadn't been heroes, they would still be here.
Good morning, class. Today we begin a training camp that will increase your strength. Our goal is to increase your skills exponentially so that each of you earns a provisional license. When you first started school, your record was 705.2 meters. Let's see if you've improved.
Go to hell!
Go to hell.
709.6 meters.
Wow.
That's it?
4 meters better.
But those improvements have mostly been limited to mental prowess and technical skill, with a slight increase in stamina thrown in along the way. Your quirks really haven't grown that much stronger, not on a fundamental level. This will be so hard you'll feel like you're dying. Let's hope you all survive.
With a face like that, I hope I do too. Damn. So it looks like we got a little bit of a thing here. Wonder if it's... Yeah, okay.
If
Fully
All Might's
aware.
kept it a complete secret that it's his quirk that he has, and like, you know, how he can't really use 100% of it, it's like, obviously it's already fucking strong.
Yeah.
And he's still working on being able to use more of it without hurting himself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like him trying to make it stronger is like kind of counterproductive. So
No, you see,
right now.
where he was able to only... Whenever he threw the ball the first time, because if they're comparing tests, he only used one finger.
Now he can throw it with like his whole ass arm.
Yeah. at full
So, I mean,
cowling 5%,
yeah.
he can do that.
But he didn't test him on it. He just tested.
Yeah.
But who's to say
Bakugo
that?
on it used him as an example.
Well, he tests him as an example, but I think they're going to run those tests again on everyone to see,
maybe,
an increment. If they have had an incremental improvement in their power, or if they've had a massive amount. Because, for instance, I mean, Todoroki, same thing.
Because it's basically going to look to everyone else like Midoriya's quirk has actually grown a lot stronger since he started.
Well, they've noticed that from the beginning because remember his movement was very limited early on. But then when they did that one test in the factory works, where it showed him hopping across the thing, everyone's just like, "Whoa, you see that?" And that was his training that he did with Gran Torino. Gran Torino helped him grow as a hero, and now same thing with Todoroki. Todoroki no longer has to depend on just his ice; he can actually put his fire into it as well. And what's more used for propulsion, ice or fire?
Fire.
Exactly. Now he'll use his fire. And he'll throw farther as well. That's how I feel about it.
I don't know. Kind of what I got from Aizawa when he said stamina training. It kind of seems like it's not necessarily they have to grow. Well, this isn't gonna come out wrong. Grow the quirk, but just hold on to it longer. So it's like he could run at 5% and just hold it for 6 hours. So he's, not just short bursts. So he doesn't actually have to do anything. Just sit there and hold it.
Or he can increase the percentage that he uses. He can go to 10% or 20% and incrementally move up like that. And also with him using it more and more at the different percentages, he can determine, okay, I can go 10% for 2 hours versus I can go 5% for 6 hours. Or I can go 20%, which is my maximum right now without hurting myself. I can do that for 30 minutes. And, just planning stuff out like that, because as a hero, they're still growing, like everyone is. Bakugo, I think his thing is his explosions. He's going to have to learn how to concentrate them down more to where they can focus more on a certain point. Because he's been just bam, bang, bang, boom, versus instead precision. For instance, say instead of having to blow the door open, he needs to do it in a more covert way. So instead,
he just
pops a little bit of his sweat in there, ignites it, and then it blows the lock out in a very quiet way, and he's able to open the door. I think learning how to control one's power and honing it to where you can direct it more. I mean, when you do that and you direct someone's drive into honing the skills, I mean, there's no telling how far a person can go with it. I mean, for me, it's the same thing as one of my favorite fighters way back in the day was a guy named Chad Mendez. Amazing wrestler, but horrible stand-up. Don't get me wrong, he could hit you, but he had no technique almost. And the stuff that he learned was not that impressive. Then he teamed up with a guy named Dwayne Ludwig. Dwayne Ludwig is one of the best striking coaches out there in the world. Dwayne Ludwig tore him down as a striker, untrained him on literally everything he knew, and rebuilt him back up and honed his skills in the area which he was strongest. He couldn't throw much in terms of kicks, but he could throw crazy good power because he had massive upper body strength. So what he did was he pretty much gave him a striking regimen akin to that of boxing, and thus that's when Chad Mendez started knocking people sideways because he just learned how to direct himself in the way that he could do his best, and it just takes proper instruction and you putting forward the time to do it, and that's just like anyone wanting to pick up a skill in any way. I mean, you pretty much, if you're going to take instruction from somebody, you pretty much have to unlearn everything that you have, that you think you know, and then have them teach you the basics from the ground up, and then give you their level of understanding, and then you can apply your understanding onto it later. It's just how you go about it. I mean, the human mind is an amazing thing. I mean, the younger we are, the faster we can learn things. For instance, that's why they always teach kids foreign languages when they're very, very young. And over time, the neuroplasticity in the brain goes away. We're not able to learn as quickly or as much anymore. And honestly, that's something I really wish humans could retain more and more as they get older, because then you'd have people with an infinite amount of skills, just workers who could literally do anything they want to, and jacks of all trades, which I've tried my damnedest to be, but, you know, jack of all trades, master of none, which...
Still better than a master of one.
This is true. This is very true. But, yeah, the whole thing is just... You have to dedicate yourself, is what I'm saying. You dedicate yourself and you have the right instruction. There's no telling how good you can get at something. No telling. Anyway, there's a little mini scene here at the end, from the looks of it. So let's get to it and see what it's all about.
This is going to be nothing more than a warning shot. We'll pull those false heroes down from their shining pedestals. And in doing so, we'll create a bright new future for this world.
That's gross.
Sure thing, Staples. So yeah, looks like those guys are gonna make their move. I guess trying to come after them at summer camp or something like that. I don't know. You got to have conflict in this season somehow, and if they're gonna be at summer camp the whole time, we already did a tournament arc, which we had last season. This season, I think maybe they're gonna do more personal interactions between the heroes, and also more personal interactions between the heroes and the villains, because we have all these new villains to play with. Don't 100% know what their skills are. Don't 100% know what they're capable of. I think from the personal interactions they're about to have with the heroes, I'm thinking maybe that's how we're going to learn what they're capable of, and also, what the heroes, how the heroes can grow over the season. Because if they get their asses kicked, then that's a watermark that they have to reach by the end of the season, or by another time, next time they fight that villain. Or villains, same thing. Say one of the villains gets their asses kicked by one of the heroes, and then all of a sudden they're just like, I need to get stronger now. I didn't know they were that strong. And then they get stronger, and then that means the hero has to get stronger, and it's just a complete build-up of both stories and everything. All right. No, sorry. I don't mean to keep ranting and raving.
I just need the video to end soonish.
Sorry. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess that's going to do it. Nick needs to...
He's dying.
Yeah, Nick is dying, so we're going to end it here. So that was Wild Wild Pussycats, Season 3, Episode 2. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell. If you want to see the full version of this and get it a week ahead, head over to our Patreon, which is right down there in the description. And until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
Micah.
I'm Nick.
We'll see you in the next one, everybody. Peace out.